about? Say you don't know the Cleveland beat. What you talking about? Say you don't know the Cleveland beat. You must be crazy. You must be crazy.
Hello, and happy February and Valentine's Day. I'm Deanna Adams, and welcome to the Cleveland Beat. Because it's Heart Month, we'll be talking to Kelly Standish from the American Cancer Society, who will speak about the many programs and services for cancer treatment and recovery. We'll then chat with a very interesting guy. He's a painter, Will Sanchez, who will tell us about his art gallery and boutique, as well as his brand new creative cafe, which is set to open on March 1st. And then we'll take you to talk to Terry Bobb. He's the drummer for the Art Band, our featured performers who will be doing this month's Out of the Box live stream at the Music Box Supper Club. So now that I have your attention, let's get started. We're talking to Kelly Standish from the American Cancer Society. She is the Senior Manager of Corporate Accounts. And hello, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Dee. I'm good. How are you today?
Very good. I'm anxious to hear more about what you do. Tell me how you got involved with the society.
I actually worked in corporate real estate for many, many years. And during that time, I did a lot of events for family and friends and a lot of fundraising for different nonprofit organizations. My two sons, Tim and Joe Smith, actually got involved with the American Cancer Society several years ago when they lost their stepmom to breast cancer. And she was very young. And a couple of years ago, I decided to retire from my real estate career and decided that I wanted to work for a nonprofit organization. And the American Cancer Society just happened to have a job opening. So long story short, I applied for that. And I did get the job, and I've been with the American Cancer Society since last February. So I've been working for them through this whole pandemic, which has been quite interesting.
And the challenge too, so the doors open and then it's like, whoa, now, have to change things up. So I know there's, so many programs and services the American Cancer Society offers. Can you just give us a little bit about, what you offer, some things that people may not know that you're offering?
Sure. So absolutely. So the American Cancer Society is a national organization based in Atlanta. We have a very robust office here in Northeast Ohio. The American Cancer Society has a website, cancer.org, that provides all kinds of information and services to cancer patients, cancer survivors, cancer caregivers. It is something that is available 24/7, along with a 1-800 number, which is on the website. So if you have questions about your care, where to get care, if you have questions about financial situations, you can call that 1-800 number 24/7. In addition to assistance with cancer patients, caregivers, and the support system, we also do a lot of research, or we fund research, which I think a lot of people don't understand. So the people that are very active, for instance, at the Cleveland Clinic and other healthcare institutions that are doing research on specific cancers, breast cancer, colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, those are funded by the American Cancer Society. So during the year, we have several different fundraising initiatives to raise money to fund those grants for our researchers. In fact, we're just getting ready to start our campaign this year it's called Research Hers, and it's actually a campaign that funds female cancer researchers because they are underfunded in the whole research field. And that's a very critical campaign for us because we feel like women do bring a different mindset to the field of research. So we will be starting that campaign that runs through May and June. And then our other big campaign that funds specifically breast cancer research is called Real Men Wear Pink. And that campaign runs in October. And it's a really fun campaign. We get a lot of CEOs and sports personalities and media personalities involved, and it's all men. And they rally around each other and they compete to raise money. And it's a lot of fun for them, and it's a lot of fun for us to watch as they do their competition and that sort of thing.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that. That's really important to know. Also, you have the Hope Lodge, which was opened in 1995, has 31 guest rooms, and it's very close to the local cancer treatment centers. Can you touch on that a bit?
Yes. So the Hope Lodge, there are actually 33 of them, I believe, around the country. And what the Hope Lodge provides is a place for cancer patients and one caregiver to stay while they're receiving cancer treatment if they are outside of 40 miles of the place, if they live outside of 40 miles of the place where they're receiving treatment. So in Cleveland, with University Hospital, the Cleveland Clinic, the Metro Health System, we are the most utilized lodge in the country because we have a lot of people that come to us for care. Our lodge turned 25 years old and it is in much need of renovation. It also is in much need of expansion because we have a wait list all the time. So which tells a lot of good for Cleveland, right? A lot of good things. So in 2019, we embarked on a capital campaign to raise money to renovate the lodge and also to add 12 rooms and some parking. So we started a campaign, and the University Hospitals and the Cleveland Clinic were very instrumental in donating a large portion of the money to start that campaign. It's a $4 million initiative, and they've donated close to $3 million. So we're still campaigning to raise the additional $900,000 or so dollars. And one of the ways that we're going to do that this year, which was supposed to happen last year, is with the Hope Ball. And
we'll tie in the music angle. So the Hope Ball is coming at the Rock Hall in September. So give us a little information on that.
Yeah, so last year, it was originally supposed to happen in October of last year. And with COVID, two things happened. We had to shut down the Hope Lodge because of the pandemic. As you can imagine, cancer patients can't be exposed to anything that can compromise their immune system. So we had to shut down the lodge. We also had to cancel our event. So we did do a small series of virtual concerts last year to start to bring awareness to the Hope Ball, hoping that it was going to happen in 2021, which it is slated to happen. So we had Front Porch Lights. They did a concert at the Winchester, and they raised just under $2,000, which was awesome. We had other bands, and I should have written down their names because I'm drawing a blank on them right now. But it was a really awesome thing for these bands to do because they volunteered their time. The venues volunteered their space. We were only able to have a limited number of people inside the venues at that time. And the American Cancer Society, and specifically the committee that is responsible for the Hope Ball, Emily Hurd, specifically here in Cleveland, did a phenomenal job of putting those concerts out on display. So we did that, and we are now scheduled to have the Hope Ball in September, actually on September 18th, and it's going to take place at the Rock Hall. So we're really excited about that. It's the first time Cleveland is hosting a Hope Ball. So it's inaugural. So we hope it's big and exciting. We have a great board of ambassadors, which are a bunch of community leaders here in Cleveland that are supporting it, and they are actively recruiting other members to support it and bringing in sponsorships. Our presenting sponsor this year is Rafi Auto Group. So they have the Mercedes-Benz and Porsche dealerships out in North Olmsted. And so we're really excited about that because they're a new partner for the American Cancer Society as well, and have some very well-respected community leaders in that organization.
Wonderful. And then the community, how can they get involved besides attending this wonderful event?
Well, we do have volunteer opportunities available, and we also have sponsorship opportunities. There is a website. It's clehopeball.org. And if you go onto that website, it'll give you information about the event, how you can buy tickets, you can sign up to volunteer, and you can also donate. And everything goes directly to the Hope Lodge here in Cleveland.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I may be, putting in some time. I would love to be involved in that. So that is wonderful information. Well, thank you, Kelly. It's been wonderful to talk to you. Thank you for all this good information. Continue to do all the great things that you do for the Cancer Society. And again, your website that to go into is Cleveland hopeball.org. Cleveland
Yes,
Hope
it's
Ball.
CLE, but if you CLE Hope Ball, but I'm sure if you Google Cleveland Hope Ball, it'll take you there.
Okay, I know I wrote down Cle Hope Ball, but then I said Cle, because I'm trying to be clear, but yeah. Okay,
Right.
great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. We appreciate your time, and you have a great day. And here with us is Will Sanchez, and he has a wonderful art gallery and boutique that I call Harvest Gallery, and the official name is?
La Cosecha Galeria.
That is so beautiful, and I really didn't want to mess it up, so best that you say it. And where is the gallery again?
It was located on Store Avenue, but we're moving it to Pearl Road, 4490 Pearl Road. Was planning to be opened this spring, end of March, beginning of April. If all things go well.
Yes, yes. Hey, well, just be prepared and see what happens. And you're a painter and you work with mixed medium. And tell us a little bit about your inspiration and your work.
Well, I've been actually drawing since I was like 5 years old, but it never crossed my mind to actually like show my work or try to sell my work until a friend of mine, a lifelong friend who had moved away, and he came back and he was a professional artist, legitimate, starving, trying to make a living as painter artist. And he asked me if I still painted, so I was like, I dabble still, but I never really got serious about it. It just in high school just drifted away from it, but I still doodled. So he asked me to paint something. I painted something, and from that point on, I was in shows. We opened a gallery together, which is this gallery. The original gallery was in 2001. He passed away in 2009, and just as a remembrance and a memorial to him, I wanted to continue the gallery. And in 2018, I opened a brick mortar one, which is on Store Avenue. Got pretty good PR for it just because of the story behind it. It was a convenience store prior in 2003, and I attempted to rob it. Ended up serving 2.5 years. I'm actually pretty close to my judge now. I'm trying to, well, before COVID happened, I was trying to create a program for reentry to try to develop these guys who do have talent in prison, because it actually is a commodity in prison, much more than it is out here. Out here is a struggle to be an artist when we're actually helping everybody develop themselves as far as the neighborhood, as far as the environment, just and as far as the identity for the neighborhood. And just the last 20 years is what pretty much where I spent my time, is working with the community, working with other artists, and just trying to get my artwork seen. And that's kind of where this whole thing continues, where this new place is going to be, it's going to host a gallery and a cafe, and also I have a boutique on Store Avenue, which is open now. That opened, we had to close for like 3 months last year, the beginning of the whole thing in March. Then we opened in June, and I've come to realize that the retail format kind of fits better with the whole situation. And whereas you have an art gallery, it's about one event and trying to get as many people as you can to come there, and it doesn't work right now. And I'm not sure when it's going to work again. So the whole purpose of relocating and try to have like basically a little one place where it's more retail formatted, but the artwork is still showcased and it's still gallery quality uh, installments and pieces as far as the quality of work and quality of artists that are going to be showing here.
Wonderful. And I just love your backstory and that you were actually you were named one of the most interesting people at Cleveland Magazine in 2019. And it shows that I love the fact that you took something that was negative turned into a positive. You're helping the community. That's wonderful. You do have a website. We'll talk about on March 1st is when your creative cafe is planning to open still on Pearl Road, correct?
Yeah, if we get all the permits that we're waiting for, we should be open. As far as like the remodeling done is the floor is being put in this week, and so it'd be a matter of me getting in there and getting to work and doing my decoration part, my artistic part of it.
Yes. What do you like to paint?
Uh, Probably a lot of symbolism. I like to because I actually used to read a lot. I'm probably now that this whole pandemic happened, I'm starting to get reading more again. But I used to be a really avid reader, so I like to mix a lot of metaphor and symbolism and kind of my thoughts and opinions on things into my artwork. And it's usually bright. It wasn't always bright, but it's gotten brighter over the years. I guess because my mood's gotten brighter or my outlook's gotten brighter. Um, but it can have a little dark twist in it because we all have that yin and yang in us. So it's always like a mixture of images coming together, forming one massive image.
Well, I can't wait to see your work. And so so your mission really is to support and enhance the vibrant arts and cultural industry, and you welcome other artists to bring their work to the
Yes,
gallery.
from the very beginning, the whole purpose of the gallery was that we couldn't get shows back in the day when Tremont was beginning and Coventry was there and this before Detroit Shoreway. Um, Back then, it was more of a traditional gallery, you know, cheese, wine, soft music playing in the background. And if you didn't have a name or if you didn't come from a art school, you weren't going to get a show. So, like I said, my friend had come back and he was a professional artist, so he wanted to get a show at the burgeoning Tremont, and we couldn't get one. So we ended up opening the gallery in a condemned storefront. So it was a group of us. It was three of us were the founders, but it was probably like 20 artists, what they would call urban artists now, and what they used to call outside artists, basically artists who never went to school for art. Um, and we were bringing like 300 people for our shows, and all these artists are still around now. They're probably the names you know as far as the artists that are working today. Um, but then from there, we started getting shows in Tremont suddenly. At the time, 1300 Gallery, which is now 78th Street Studios, was just beginning there. So Derek Hess and his manager Marty like embraced us, and from that point on, we were having shows where we wanted, and it was a matter of doing our own shows, doing our own thing, not relying on the gallery to sell our artwork, but you know, relying on ourselves. Because to me, from that point on, it was like a branding thing. It was a marketing thing. We were marketing ourselves, basically, because we were artists. So that's how I've always viewed it, and that's always been my perspective of how I work. And that's what I try to teach
Yeah,
other artists.
wonderful. And so, do you teach art as well?
Oh yeah, I've taught art. I've taught art and you know to children. I've taught art to adults, and but usually with the artists, professional artists, it's more of the development part of it. You know, they don't know most of the time where to go get grants or how to put in a grant proposal or anything like that. So that's kind of where I develop more as far as what I learned over the years. And because my actual career background is quality management, which is manufacturing, which is collecting data and making sure things run right, and make sure our customers' quality is up to par. And so I just took what I learned here and implemented it in what I was doing as far as art, and it just became a process.
Yeah, you have to work with both left and right brain, basically. Now you have a website as well. Yes, and we need to know the website, and if you could spell the gallery's name as well, too.
Okay, the website is www.lacosechagaleria.com. We're also on Facebook. If you look up LACOSECHAGALERIA on Facebook, www.facebook.com/La Cosecha Galeria, and then the website is www.LACOSECHAGALERIA.com.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll have a link for that as well. And again, the cafe and the gallery is together now. We'll be together on Pro Road.
We'll be
correct?
housing three separate businesses, basically. One is a boutique. It's basically going to be a section for the boutique I have on store, which is open, so you can visit that too. Which also promotes artwork. We have an open mic there during the summertime. Well, we began that. Eventually, what will become the format here is also an open mic, and we'll have live music eventually. We have a patio. So hopefully the development will come along during the summer, and things will open up and everybody will be healthy and things will go well.
Yes, we all can't wait for that, to be able to live a normal life again and to show, see creative works again like that and experience music and art and all that. So I wish you the very best luck, Will. It was really great talking to you. I can't wait to see your work and stop in at your place. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you. And I'll keep in touch and make sure you guys come by when we open up.
Woke up in the morning and I gave thanks and praise. Asked God to bless my days and guide my ways. Woke up in the morning and I gave thanks and praise. Only Jah knows our ways. Oh, but the wicked don't see it like this. They fight us down every day. Oh no, the wicked don't see it like us. They put stumbling blocks in our way. That's why I say, hold on, hold on, hold on. And that is soon conquer Babylon, and Bingy soon go home to Zion. Woke up in the morning and I gave thanks and praise. Asked God to bless my days and guide my ways. Woke up in the morning and I gave thanks and praise. Only Jah knows our ways. Oh, but the wicked don't see it like this. They fight us down every day. Oh no, the wicked don't see it like us. They put stumbling blocks in our way. That's why I say, hold on, hold on, hold on. And that is soon conquer Babylon, and Bingy soon go home to Zion. look Panja, it is a struggle from the start. Step by step and trod by trod, we're setting us apart. Every day we struggle and we hustle from we heart. And when we drop a track, it's like an arrow or a dart. Now it is the time to plant a seed and watch it grow. From a man know where our work will take us. It is only Judge I know. All we know is to be sharp and ready for the show. Rasta comfort burn the fire, rain, sleet, hail, snow. But the wicked don't see it like us. They fight us down every day. Oh no, the wicked don't see it like this. They put stumbling blocks in our way. That's why I say, hold on, hold on, hold on. And Nazi soon conquer Babylon, and Dingy soon go home to Zion.
My poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Okay, we are back at the Cleveland Beat Show, and here with us is Terry Bobb, the founding member and drummer of a St. Lucian reggae band based in Ohio, the Ark Band, spreading the joys of roots, rock, and reggae throughout the land. Hi, Terry, how are you?
Hi, Deanna. I'm doing. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Well, I wanted to start off with, always intrigues me how band members or bands form their name or get the ideas for their band name. So can you tell us how that came about, how you formed, the members of your band, kind of get us, those that aren't acquainted, let us hear all about it.
Yes, the name the Ark Band came about because many, many years ago, we had two of everything. We had two brothers, Eustace and I, the bass and the drums with two brothers, and we had two girls, and we had two white kids. For some reason, it just happened that we had two of everything, so it seems appropriate to name the band the Ark Band. That was one of the things that we came up with.
I love it.
Yes.
And what year was that? Do you remember?
I always have to think back. Was it in? I think it's 87. That's what it was in 87. Yeah.
Yeah, and you traveled a lot all these years throughout the Midwest. And tell me about those travels and how last year was a bit different.
Yes. Well, we've traveled. Just name it. We've been. My personal joke, as I tell people all the time, that we've been from New York to California, literally from Canada to Jamaica. Just
Really?
name everywhere. We have played. Yeah, we have played in every state in the United States in the lower 48. So, Yeah, talking about traveling, we have traveled
Wow.
far and wide. So yeah, we have done a lot of traveling in our for 34 years. We've been on the road. We lived in New York. We came to America in 76, and we lived in New York for 10 years. We had our little, garage band back then. And then we came
Mhm.
to Ohio in 86, and we've been on the road ever since from 1986 to now. We've actually never stopped. Last year was the first year, which is 2020, that we played just a whole month for February and the first week of March, and we hadn't played since. Well, yes, we had two virtual
Wow.
shows in my backyard, but we hadn't played any of last year.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And what are who are the current members?
Well, Eustace and I are the founding members. He's the bass player, I'm the drummer. And we have
Hmm.
Mark Hunter, who's the lead singer,
Right.
and he's been with us, Scotches. We there's been so many years that you have to think, of how many
Yeah.
years. Mark's
Oh,
been in the band over 12 years, must be coming up on 15 years. I can't even really remember.
wow.
And he's the lead singer. And Mark's from Africa, though. For people that don't know, he's actually from Sierra Leone. But he's like us. He's been in the Americas for a lot of years. And if and when you get to talk to Mark, you'll never even know that he's from Africa because he speaks just like an American, even way better than me. He doesn't have the African accent at all. And then we have Cole. Cole's been in the band since he was 16 years old, and he is 25 or 26 years old now. So he's been around for a long
Wow.
time, and each one of these guys have their own individual stories of how they came to the band, how they joined, but
Sure.
we'll do that another time. And then we have
Sure.
Sam. Sam is a keyboard player. He's the newest addition of the band. He's been around for it's coming up on 3 years now. So we have a unit of five, and it's a great, great unit. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, you guys sound great. I watched your videos and listened to your music, and I think you should write a book. If you guys you've had this band for so long, I can see a book happening with all your travels and
Yeah.
all that. So like a lot of bands, you're putting together new releases, some CDs, and a couple singles. So let's hear about that.
Well, we're working on our fifth CD, and speaking about writing a book, you must be the 100th person that have said you guys should write a book. And I always say yes, I'll dictate it, but you write it. So anyway,
Oh, I hear
no, but
that a
we
lot.
yeah we
Everyone
have
wants me
enough
to
literature to
read.
write a book. My gosh, like I said, 34 years on the road, there's enough to write
Wow.
about things, bad things, just name it. But it's been a good 34 years. It's been a good run. So. We're working on our fifth CD, and there are nine, 10, about 11 songs in the CD. And the one good thing is every song will have a video to it, which is really exciting. We're really excited about that.
Yes.
So what we did because of the COVID and the way the music went last year, we decided to release singles. So we have released three singles so far. Hold On was the first one. Jehovah's Throne was the second one, and all these single songs have videos to them. So Hold On,
Love it.
Jehovah's Throne, and the recent release was The Way I Run.
Yes. Love that. Yes. And who are the songwriters on these songs? Is it one, do you write them?
Well, well, the Hold On, I wrote Hold On.
Hmm.
So we should say quote unquote a Jamaican rhythm. It's an older rhythm that a lot of people use. It's the Dennis Brown rhythm. But the song itself, the lyrics, I wrote the lyrics, and Jehovah's Throne, Mark wrote the lyrics, but the music was Eustace's, the bass player. He wrote the
Okay.
the bass line and the music to it, and Mark sang over that. And The Way I Run, Mark also wrote that song, and he came up with it with he said, I want the bass line to be like this and be like that. So he did that. But when the songwriter comes with a song, and then everybody pitches in their own little ingredient here or there. Like for instance, I'll say, well, we need some horns over here, or we need a little this over here, or we need that. And so we all, kind of pitch in after the song is written and is presented to the band. So, but yeah, they're individual songwriters, but yeah, we have individual songwriters, but it's a group effort that makes it come about.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. Really musical camaraderie, and it's great when you can all work together and produce such amazing work and amazing music that we're going to also hear at the end of this interview. You have a Facebook page, and anybody can go on that and watch the videos, correct? Oh, it's on
Yes.
Little Fish Records, by the way. And your website is thearkband.com,
Yes.
thearkband.com. And let's see, so Saturday night, what should we expect?
Coming up is the tribute to Bob Marley, in which before COVID, every February we would play the whole month of February. We've been doing it for the past 4 years, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. That last year, it spilled into March. So we did the whole month
Wow.
of February and spilled into March. So no, it's a tribute to Bob Marley, and we do about 90 minutes of Bob Marley music, which is really, really, really cool. I actually haven't found another band to replicate Bob Marley music like the Ark Band. So yeah, Saturday night will
Love
be
it.
really good. I'm looking forward. It's going to be all Bob Marley, tribute to the King.
Yes, yeah, King for sure. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. I'm losing my voice. Okay, well, I can't wait to sit in on it. I'm going to be at the Music Box and you'll be live streaming Bob Marley music. Love it, and we will see you. It starts at 7:30, correct? And
I believe.
I'm just kind of reminding the audience. All right, well, I can't wait to meet you in person, and we will see you on Saturday. And thank you so much, Terry, for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yes, this is the Cleveland Beat, live and direct, in full effect. Hey, what you talking about? Say you don't know the Cleveland Beat. What you talking about? Say you don't know the Cleveland Beat. You must be crazy.